I'm ready.
Oh, now we're ready. Okay. Do you wish you could sit back here? Oh, Jesus. What is she thinking? This isn't gonna be pretty. Turn away. Turn away. What's up, YouTube? We got a good video for you guys today. Everybody say hi to Michelle. So we've had our Tesla for it's been a little over a month, right?
5-6 weeks.
Yeah, about like a month and a half or so. And we figure it's time to do our month review, even though we're a little bit late on the month review. So we're gonna tell you about all the things we love and hate about the Tesla. Let's jump right into it, shall we?
Absolutely, let's go.
Also, guys, since you guys were so amazing and wonderful and helped us to get to 1,000 subs so fast, we have a special giveaway for you guys in this video. So make sure you stay to watch to the end to find out how you can enter to score some free awesome Tesla accessories.
I'm ready.
Oh, now we're ready. Okay, that's that simple. For those of you guys who are looking for a video with the full walkthrough of the features of the car and everything else, this is not the video for you. We did that video though. It's up here in the card above Michelle. That was our week 1 review. Why don't you talk about some of the things that you absolutely love that you have found?
Ooh, where to begin? I love so much about the car that I don't even know where to begin. So once I learned something, I'm really good with it. I found the tech very easy to learn in this car, so I feel like that's a huge plus. I found the screen easy to navigate. I found even on the steering wheel, the buttons easy to navigate. So technology is definitely a plus. Screen is extremely easy to navigate. There is so much to do when we are waiting. I often have at least 1, if not 2 kids with me while we're waiting. Sometimes we'll go outside. If it's a nice day, we'll have a catch, but when it's not so nice, it's nice to have options in the car. So on the screen, the biggest things that we use are, which I know I've talked about before, the karaoke, which is right here. So you've got karaoke. The other thing that we really like is the entertainment. So under entertainment, there's a lot of different games that they can play that we've explored. We like some games better than others. They really like the driving game that's there. But then there's also the theater aspect where it's linked right to our Netflix. And just yesterday, we were watching a Netflix video while we were waiting for a soccer game to start. So there's a lot of options to do. It doesn't drain the battery very much. So it's really great to have that option.
I had to take our boys to a doctor's appointment, and when we were sitting in the car waiting to go in, you know, we had like 10-15 minutes to kill. We just pulled it up. We pulled up YouTube, we sat here, we watched. It kept them perfectly entertained, which, you know, I mean, keeping kids in the car entertained, and it can be challenging if you're just sitting in one place. So it also comes in handy too when you're trying to kill time at a supercharger, right?
Yeah, absolutely. One other feature of the screen that I love, and even if we are in a field and I'm driving one way, he's driving the other, it is just so great, again, to be able to go in here, push my name, and then it automatically just goes right back. So It is awesome having different profile settings.
I think it's just slick how, like, when I come up to the car, so you can program it to recognize your phone. So we both drive the car all the time. We both use our phone as our lock key and everything. And I think it's really slick that when I come up to the driver door and I open it, I can see everything changing. Like the seats moving, the steering wheel's moving back. I think it's really slick how it does that. What else?
The seats are absolutely comfortable. We have been in them for long rides, short rides. I love all the different features that are on the side of the seat, so you can move it forward, backwards, up and down. There's a lumbar. They just have a lot of options, and it is extremely comfortable, and we've all had plenty of room when we're riding, no matter which row we're sitting in.
Yeah, it's like sitting in a cloud. And that actually kind of is a good segue into the Model X and the Model S both have air suspension. It has a very, very soft ride to it. The Model Y has the normal coil suspension system, doesn't have the air suspension, so it could be a little bit of a stiff ride, and a lot of people complain about it. But what is your opinion? Because I am used to a sports car, right? I've pretty much always had one. I've had like WRXs, GLIs, Supras. I've had all sorts of sports cars. I am used to stiff suspension. I find the suspension in the Model Y to be very much like my sports cars. It doesn't bother me. I don't think it's bad. I find it more of a sporty type suspension. From your perspective, who've never really owned a sports car, how do you feel about the ride?
We had all this road work, which I know we've referenced before, and the road work didn't bother me. I mean, yes, you could feel it a little bit, but I actually was surprised. I didn't really notice that much of a difference from what I'm used to riding in. It didn't faze me.
You had the Traverse, right? You've had the
Pontiac Vibe, Ford Escape.
You had the Town and Country before the Traverse. So how do you find this in comparison to like the Traverse?
I don't really notice a difference.
Hey, that's fair. Hey, we try to keep it honest here. You know what I mean? Whether, you know, good, bad, or the ugly, right?
Yeah, it doesn't, I don't know. I don't even know that I would know the difference, but it doesn't bother me. So if it is different, it can't be drastically different then. comfy and cozy. Actually, plenty of room for the two of us. Now he hasn't put his seat back, but there is plenty of leg room back in the third row. And I know we've again talked about this before too. The only downfall is the headroom that's back here. So Brandon still absolutely loves being the one to sit back here. He has his own personal cup holders back here, plenty of space. Storage wise, I was concerned that we would lose a ton of that storage. And while yes, obviously you do lose some of the storage, we have not had issues at all with storage. We use the front, we use the below storage, and then we also have obviously the flat back that's back here. I don't know, I like the third row. I just wish that I could sit back here, too tall.
You wish you could sit back here?
I love the panoramic view. This third row has the best panoramic view out here.
So that's definitely a fact. The panoramic roof is, I think, one of the most underrated, amazing features of this car. Just look up and all you see is the beautiful sky. Let me try and get a good camera angle here as far as like what we truly look like. What are you trying to do?
I was gonna close the trunk.
Oh, that's not close the trunk.
Here.
That's really, we don't need to close.
Why?
Why would we? Oh, Jesus. What is she thinking?
So again, I talk about that headspace. Pretty close.
Oh yeah, very close. However, I do gotta say, thankfully my wife is a very small, tiny person because I'm a bigger guy. So sitting, it is possible. We are both sitting back here and we're not like on top of each other. Now, granted, you know, we're married. So if you were just a strange dude, it might be a little uncomfortable if I'm sitting as close to you. But two people, even adults that know each other and are comfortable with one another could theoretically fit back here. However, you still have the height issue.
This height is definitely an issue. I would not ride back here for long periods of time because I definitely would slouch down a little bit.
Yeah. You know, I kind of wonder, feel like you have a lot more leg room over here being behind this seat than I do.
Because of the rails.
Right. So I'm wondering if that is a more comfortable spot for Brandon to typically sit in.
The problem is that this seat is the booster.
What if we changed it and made the booster behind the passenger?
Oh, good luck telling Mason he's changed the spot.
I feel like that makes more sense.
It does make more sense. This has so much more leg room.
We're innovating, people.
We'll see how much our kids like the change, but
it makes sense, right?
Yeah, I think it makes a lot more sense.
Because I feel like he would have a lot more leg room on that side as opposed to where I am. And the only leg room you get is what this seat kind of gives you because you got this.
You definitely, I have a ton of leg room. So the other thing we did learn, because Brandon did get stuck back here multiple times because his brothers just think it's funny to leave the car. You can easily get out of the third row, even when the door is accidentally closed. So when you hit this button and you move it forward.
The booster shouldn't affect it.
Oh, there we go. But if the door is closed, it really, you can just hit, there's plenty of room, hit the button, and you can get out yourself so that you are never truly stuck back in the third row.
This isn't gonna be pretty. Turn away. Turn away. Don't look at me like this.
Let's watch.
Oh, Billy. All right. So we just made another revelation here.
So I always feel bad because there's always a kid behind me and I never want somebody to not have leg room. So I had plenty of leg room up front, don't get me wrong, but I could move back like a tiny bit. Well, apparently I can move back a lot. Tyler has all this leg room. I am a couple inches taller than him and I have all this leg room. That is crazy. I had no idea that this kid, he was like, yeah, I have some leg room. No, he has a lot of leg room. Some leg room. I'd really like to know why there's like footprints on the back of the seat. He could cross his legs and still have room.
Well, that's why the footprints are there. That seat back protector that you see there for Mason's seat, that thing is huge. It's only 20 bucks. And let me tell you, off of Amazon, it saves the seat back.
So this is the one thing that the kids really do like. It's their own personal armrest. So the downfall is it does have to go up every single time they are in the car because if not, Mason can't get to his seatbelt buckle. But it is a very nice armrest for while you're sitting back here. And then again, this view, definitely not too shabby back here.
I told you, second row I think is the best place for the view.
They definitely don't appreciate this view.
No, I told you, it's unbelievable. The view in the second row is where it's at.
If I didn't get car sick, I think I would ride back here more than the front seat.
How about we talk about the bug magnet?
Oh, I don't understand. It's a graveyard, a bug graveyard after like day one.
So we did just get this washed, all right?
And this is what is usually covered all over the front of the windshield. I don't know what it is or why, but it's definitely a bug magnet.
In a normal car, right, like let's take the Traverse for example. This is the grille, right? Bugs do die in the grille. You just don't see it because it's not flat. And the bugs actually die in the radiator and in the engine compartment because they go right in. In the Tesla, because it doesn't need air, there is no engine, right? The Tesla is just flat. So therefore the bugs just hit it and they just go splat. I do gotta say, overall, the appearance of the Tesla is just unbelievable. The car looks amazing. It's such a unique design, and when you see it go down the road, it's awesome.
So one of my biggest fears with the Tesla was going from a huge vehicle down to what is definitely smaller, even though it does have that third row. And the storage has not been an issue at all. I've been able to organize it so that kind of everything is all together. So the front of the car is, when we're going to the fields, there's a wiffle ball so I can play with Mason while we're waiting for the kids to play. His little blue bag has toys and things like that to come out. The chairs are in here. There's a blanket in here. So everything that I need for a field is right here in the front. And then the back is then open for anything else. Sports bags, groceries, anything that I need on a day-to-day basis or on a more frequent basis. Like if we're going to a practice, then I don't need all of this. So we've just been able to organize it, and storage hasn't been an issue at all.
There's a blanket in here. There's a bag with some toys. There's this bag. There's 2 folding chairs, a wiffle ball bat. I mean, there's a lot in here. Wow, I'm pretty impressed.
And then this just has extra clothes for the kids in case they're ever cold at the field. There's hoodies and things like that.
You really need to make sure that whatever you're putting in here, it doesn't exceed this lip, because then the trunk lid won't sit flush. It'll kind of like sit a little cockeyed and look a little goofy. Yeah, nice. How about the back?
I don't understand where all these hoodies and all come from. Oh, children. All right, so here's the back trunk. I love these little side compartments. That's just like an extra little place to store things. It has all our outdoor stuff on that side. For right now, I do have blankets in there. These nights have been completely unpredictable, so sometimes it's pretty cold out there. And then underneath, you have all this extra storage. And this is where I will typically put things like the reusable grocery bags, my bag for after work if I'm gonna go for a run or something before I come home, my return bag for the stores, but that's where I put all that kind of stuff. And then that way all
Side note, if you leave the return bag in the sub trunk that you don't go into that often, won't the return never happen?
No, I go into the sub trunk quite frequently.
What?
I just go like this.
That was completely empty when we started filming.
No, it was on top because I wasn't organized.
Carry on.
And then when we do need the extra room, because Tyler's baseball bag is a little bit bigger, it's just one click and then down it goes.
If you're really debating between the 5-seater and the 7-seater, I honestly think the best way to go is the 7-seater. If you can afford the $3,000 upgrade fee, because you just get so much more versatility out of having the option of that third row. Even if you only have like a family of 4, eventually it's gonna come where you're gonna need to drive more people, and having the option of that third row to just fold up when the time does come, trust me, it's absolutely worth it. And the only thing you're giving up is that tiny little extra sub-trunk space that you get where the third row sit in the 7-seater. If the $3,000 fee for the third row isn't a deal breaker for you, I really think it's just worthwhile to spend the extra money and have the third row option. Something else I love too, you guys, are these wheels. These wheels are amazing. Check it out, guys. I absolutely love them. We opted to upgrade to the 20-inch turbine wheels. These things look so good. The only thing I wish that we had was I wish our brake calipers were painted. But the fine folks over at Menard Premium Detailing, they do that. And Grant and I were talking about the possibility of getting our calipers painted. Now, we were talking about doing, since the car is blue, which is kind of, you know, it's kind of the same shade of blue as the Lockett Tech logo. So we were thinking about doing the calipers in a lime green to match the Lockett Tech logo. Let us know what you guys think. Do you think we should paint the calipers? Is it something that you'd be interested in seeing get done? If so, what color do you think we should get? All right, guys, we have partnered up with a great company called TopFit. They make some awesome Tesla accessories. We actually have a video coming out very soon where we're gonna show you guys a review of some of the accessories that they sent us. But they also did send us a bunch of amazing giveaways for you guys. And since you guys did such an amazing job at getting us to 1,000 subs, way faster than we ever expected, we wanna say thank you by going ahead and doing a giveaway. We have a bunch of accessories for you guys that we're gonna give away. We have packaged them together in some accessory packs. They include a cable organizer, a performance brake pedal set that is awesome, as well as a silicone cup holder that goes inside the cup holder inside your car to go ahead and keep it nice and neat all the time. Now, to enter the giveaway, it's very simple. All you have to do, like this video, make sure to subscribe. You gotta be subscribed to the channel in order to win, and then drop a comment below that says TopFit right here. TOPFIT. We are gonna go ahead and announce the winners of this giveaway on Saturday, May 22nd. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment TopFit below. Before then, I'm gonna go underneath your comment and I'm gonna let you know that you won, and I'll give you the email address to go ahead and email us your information so we can get your prize out to you guys. All right.
I feel like I am sitting in the back row to drive.
You should switch your profile then.
I am.
Did you hear that? It went into granny mode because somebody needs to sit on top of the steering wheel. The Tesla gives you the ability to sync your calendar to it. I got into the car the first thing this morning because I was running to Wawa to grab us some coffee. And when I got in, on the screen, it greeted me with my agenda for the day. It's like having a personal assistant. It's great. And when you get in the car first thing in the morning, it's so nice to just be greeted with your agenda of, hey, this is what you got going on today. I love it.
So how about you set that up for me?
I was waiting for that. So it's real easy to set up, by the way. You do it through the Tesla app. When you're in there, there's a setting in there that you can go to connect your calendar, and that's how you do that. I love the tech piece of it that you can easily send directions that you find on your phone to the Tesla. For example, because the Tesla uses Google Maps for its navigation system, if you're in your phone and you're looking up a place to go, it's easy to send it to the Tesla. All you got to do is when you're in the app, you just go ahead and hit the share button, scroll over till you find the Tesla app, hit Tesla, and it's going to send the directions from your phone to your Tesla. You look like you got a question.
I do. Why is the frunk on the screen? Is there a way to change that? Because I use the trunk a lot more than I use the frunk.
Not that I'm aware of, but hey, hey viewers, if you know of a way to customize the layout of these buttons up here so we can change that, drop a comment below and let us know if there's a way to customize it.
I mean, I know you can go into the controls and it's all right there, but to me, it makes more sense for the trunk that I use all the time to be there instead of the front.
Let's talk about a negative aspect of it. Of everybody who's on the fence as to whether or not they want to get a Tesla, I feel like this is the #1 thing that's on everybody's mind. We're bringing the big one here now. Range anxiety.
Oof.
If you're unfamiliar, range anxiety is just that,
It's
like,
real.
Yeah, it's that uneasy feeling of not knowing if you're going to be able to make it back home. If you're driving a normal car that takes gas, you go out somewhere, you're on a road trip. If all of a sudden you start running low on gas, it's not a big deal. There's gas stations on every single corner. With an EV, it's a much different situation. You go on a road trip, kind of have to plan ahead. What has been your overall sense with range anxiety? Do you have it? Is it not as bad as you thought it was going to be? Is it worse?
So I don't have it on a day-to-day basis. I've only experienced range anxiety once, and that was when we went to Hershey. It was real. It was, how fast are we going to charge? How much do we actually need to get back? The only other thing about how much are you going to get for it, I wouldn't say it was anxiety, but I was more curious. I don't have an understanding, and I love math, but I don't have an understanding of how much power are you actually using on, like, the screen when you're watching Netflix or on the screen when you're playing entertainment. And in the beginning, I was just curious, like, am I going to be killing the amount of, what is it, kilowatts, I guess, or whatever
battery
that we have left, the amount of battery that we have left. And that, it barely uses anything. So that was, it's not that I had anxiety, but that was something that I learned along the way.
It's a little different when you do road trip. It just takes a little bit of planning. So, for example, Tyler and I are going on a road trip today to Harrisburg. So we actually went into the car yesterday while we were just kind of sitting in a parking lot, and I typed in the address, and I had to kind of plan the route out. I took a look at where we were going. Instead of just looking at the time, so I knew what time we had to leave, we also took a look at the superchargers. So you just got to kind of take that into account. But the Tesla even makes that easy. It shows you where all the superchargers are, and then it also gives you some additional information too. We have this new one that just got built by us in Doylestown. Tells you right there that it's at Doylestown. There's a total of 8 stalls. 5 of them are available, and then it also lets you know the speed. So right here it says that this is available up to 250 kilowatts per hour. So that's charging at V3 speeds. That's a really fast supercharger. You never kind of really feel like you're stranded.
Right.
That definitely helps the range anxiety piece too. You just have to kind of plan out your trip ahead of time, which is a little different, but you get used to it pretty quickly. So that's not that bad. Well, we hope that you found this video helpful. If you're in the market to buy a Tesla, we hope that this helped you out some.
So if you found this video helpful, smash that like button.
That's right. Make sure to click the subscribe button too. YouTube is telling us that 95% of you guys watching this video are not subs yet. Make sure to subscribe. Don't miss a future video. Here, we'll wait 1 second. Go ahead. It's right there. It's right under there. Yeah, that subscribe button. And as always, guys, make sure you get your 1,000 free Supercharger miles. You do that by using a Tesla referral code. If you know somebody that has a Tesla, go ahead and ask them for their referral code. Use it when you place your order. If you don't know anybody with a Tesla, you're more than welcome to use ours. Ours is down in the description below. Thank you to all of the many of you who have already done it. Make sure once you take delivery, if you've used our Tesla referral code, please email us a picture of your delivery day with your brand new car, so we can give you a proper shout out. Thank you as always, guys, and we'll see you in another one.
Thanks for cluing me in 5 weeks ago.
We're gonna go ahead and announce the win. I did give her a full plenty. She's known this video was on our content calendar for like a week or two now.
I understand that, but it's Teacher Appreciation Week, and I needed to get the video and all for Teacher Appreciation. I had to get that thank you things for the LV. There's a lot of things going on.